Hello, everybody. The name of the show is Appeal to Reason, and you can find it on YouTube and on Rumble. So, last week, a new survey came out with results that showed what basically any thinking adult already knew. But it's just nice to see that statistical data come out and confirm those beliefs. So, basically, what came out is that liberal women are far more likely to be depressed than conservative women. Let's go ahead and look at the article from Fox News and see what they have to say about it. Liberal women are least likely to report feeling fully satisfied with their lives and are more likely to report feeling lonely often, according to analysis from a recently published poll. The 2024 American Family Survey reportedly found that 37% of conservative women and 28% of moderate women between the ages of 18 and 40 reported being completely satisfied with their lives, and just 12% of liberal women in the same group said the same. Liberal women were also clearly 3 times more likely than conservative women to say they experience loneliness at least a few times a week. Brad Wilcox, a sociology professor at the University of Virginia and a fellow at the Institute of Family Studies who analyzed the survey data, said that he believes there are a couple of reasons why conservative young women are more likely to be happier. We've seen that in the research that conservative women tend to be more likely to embrace a sense of agency and to have a sense that they are not in any way the victim of a larger structure, reality, or forces. They are also less likely to catastrophize about public events and concerns and are more likely to think of themselves as captains of their own fate. So yeah, this is something that I feel like everyone knows, and we've seen it firsthand more than ever in the past couple of months. This survey was actually conducted in August of 2024. So Donald Trump hadn't even won the presidency, and not even close. That was, right after the assassination attempt. So, if you did a poll now of these liberal women, you can bet that they are probably 10 percentage points more depressed now that Trump is in office. We've seen how much they catastrophize everything that happens. Every day basically they're lighting their hair on fire about something new and, going out to the streets to protest. And that has got to be just exhausting to live in that kind of mental state. That can't be good for your mental health, and it cannot be good for your physiological health either. And another thing is, if you're a nihilist, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be a liberal. So those people believe that everything is pointless and life is meaningless. And so if you have that, thought about reality, that thought about your own life, of course you're going to be depressed. And these people believe every single climate catastrophist and all their predictions, even though all their predictions have been wrong over the past 50 years and they've gotten absolutely nothing correct. They still believe it, even though we see as the population increases, that we're seeing more global flourishing of mankind and less deprivation in basically every country other than the hardcore communist countries like North Korea, and that's what, ironically enough, these people want us to have is socialism and communism. But anyways, they just ignore all the positive benefits as we see the population increase. And it really looks like the biggest thing that threatens most nations right now is population decline. But let's get back into the article and see what else they had to say. Liberal women are least likely to report being fully satisfied with their lives and are more likely to report feeling lonely often, according to the analysis from the recently published poll. According to his analysis, 40% of liberal women reported being single, while 31% said they were married. For conservative women, 33% reported being single and 51% were married. So basically what he's saying here is all those single cat ladies that were so upset with JD Vance during the election. Yeah, apparently those ladies aren't feeling super self-fulfilled or happy as individuals. Who would have guessed that? Let's get back into the article. Wilcox told Fox News Digital that marriage and family are an enormous source of meaning and purpose for most people, so it's not surprising that conservative women who are more likely to be married would feel more satisfied with their lives in general. Conservative women are more likely to embrace gender differences between men and women and prioritize women and attending religious services, he said, which also contributes to happiness. So if you think about this, if a liberal woman is trying to find a liberal man, it decreases just the general population of men from 100% to 25%, because 75% of the men out there are going to be conservative. So that means she's got to pick from 25% of the guys. And then, how many of these liberal guys are going to be demasculated and just, skinny jean wearing little guys that don't ever work out, don't really have much ambition in life, wearing a beanie on their head. No woman's going to respect a guy like that. Even if she does find one of them to marry her, sooner or later, she's going to be like, what have I done to myself? Like, how that can't be a happy relationship. If the guy is just sitting back, letting her make all the decisions, she's going to feel stressed out all the time because she's making all the decisions in the relationship. And he's also going to feel demasculated by her, and he's going to be resentful. And resentment is probably one of the worst things you can have in a relationship. So it's no wonder why these women are so unhappy. And if you think about it, in your life and on TV, do you know of any, liberal guys that you respect, you want to emulate, that you think is a good example of a masculine guy? And the answer is no for me. I can't think of anybody. They're all like these David Hogg type figures. Like, he's the perfect example of a liberal guy to me. And, look at this. There's this one study that the Claremont Graduate University did, and it showed that conservative men had higher testosterone levels, and, no surprise there. And then also, which was crazy about it, was they started actually supplementing the liberal guys with testosterone, and as their testosterone levels increased, they became 12% of them became more conservative, which is just mind-blowing. And then, think about also the New York Times article that they wrote. Their headline a couple years ago in this article was why fitness culture and, gym culture is making men right-wing extremists, which is absolutely insane that they would make this article and put that as a headline. They got absolutely blasted for it. And, to the New York Times, anybody that is not like a flat out communist or socialist is a far right extremist. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe and share this video with your friends. And thank you for your time and attention today.